Hi guys, welcome to the Awakening Energy and this universal life force energy, this Kundalini activation energy. You could also call it Kundalini awakening energy. Just because we call it Kundalini awakening energy doesn't mean to say it's going to raise your Kundalini. Perhaps if your Kundalini is prepared to raise, it can do this. If it is prepared, make sure you're prepared. Your ego has become unattached. You're fearless. Otherwise, you can get problems. Technically, the definitions: Kundalini activation energy. We're talking about a level of pranic energy, or powerful level of pranic energy, pranapat. And then Kundalini awakening energy, shaktipat. Although it gets very confusing and very messy, because obviously Kundalini activation, because it's a misuse of the word Kundalini. In Kundalini activation, the definition comes from Kundalini, meaning prana. And then Kundalini awakening, the definition comes from the more well-known, the coiled energy, that people like to refer to as the snake. Because it comes from Sanskrit, it's a very old word, it has many ways to be translated, and so people take advantage of this for marketing. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I personally prefer the names Pranapat, Shaktipat. It makes it far clearer. Yet at the same time, one can only use names that people know. If we don't know the names, we can't really use them. So we have to go back to universal life force energy, vital life force energy, which, yes, Reiki sort of took these, but Kundalini activations are also taken. The universal life force energy on one hand, vital life force energy on the other. It's all politics, it's all marketing. So we could ask the question, what's the difference between this in Reiki? Now, it's a very hard question to answer. And the best answer I can give you, so let's not put it into words. Go find someone that does Reiki and connect to their belief. And then connect to this one. And then, if you've connected to both, you'll understand the difference. Now, this doesn't mean to say Reiki cannot evolve and it can't become very powerful. Because it can. Instead of doing Reiki for a very long time, I met quite a few very powerful Reiki people who specialize in Reiki, but it gets to a point that they're no longer doing Reiki. Because the definitions of Reiki are very clear. They just move on. We go from doing Reiki to becoming Chi masters. Reiki is just a system. It's a way of using the energy. Using symbols. But then, it's Symbols are good to learn, good to start, give you quick access, give you something to focus on, especially for the people who can't feel the energy. Oh, well, I've done the symbol, so it must be flowing. Sort of psychosomatic, that's fine. But then if those people stop focusing on symbols and start focusing on chi, and they learn, they actually take the time, because again, it doesn't tell you in Reiki, but you actually take the time and learn how chi flows and is transformed in its relationship to chi, to shen, to wei, the same prana, shakti, shiva, it's the same thing. You learn to harness it, not harness it for the use of martial arts. Because martial arts, they harness the chi in their belly and then focus it into sort of more physical power to be able to do stunts and feats and present a good show. Of course, many people also use it to present a good show. You can see people doing demos on YouTube, people having sort of orgasms and scantily dressed girls doing it, and basically the social media thing, selling the sexual thing. So people look at it and go, "Ooh, wow, ooh, wow, ooh, what are they doing?" Then get millions of views doing that, that's fine. Personally, I prefer, instead of you watching someone have the experience, I prefer for you to have the experience. Here we're not all about the quick, thrill-seeking, chemical-inducing, call it dopamine, serotonin, adrenaline, whichever it is. We're not about the quick fix here. We're not about thrill-seeking. We're about the long term. Slowly evolving, safely, responsibly, awakening, evolving, going further, going deeper, learning to truly connect and discover our true selves, our higher purposes. And of course, connecting to this energy, it doesn't mean to say you're not going to awaken. And of course you can, you most likely will go through the stages, especially if you're doing this lying down or focused or repetitively. Your body will have to start having those weird movements, the spontaneous kriyas is their name. There are ways to also create those spontaneous orgasms. I won't go through it here in the video. There are ways to sort of force it to start happening. Little tricks we can do. If they don't happen by themselves, because of course they can also happen by themselves. And energy orgasms are a wonderful thing. An amazing sensation. But also we must remember balance. Because people that just go for that side, there is no balance. And if we constantly go for example, like the energy orgasm, we haven't healed the negative and we're still connected to the ego, and of course if you're constantly going for that, it's ego, isn't it? Pleasure seeking. So if you're doing that, and by doing that your Kundalini does rise, that's when you could get into a little bit of trouble. Personally, I'd never go as far to say it's dangerous. It can be dangerous. I've told you about experience I've had of this being dangerous. Not that the experience itself was dangerous, but that the people who were transmitting energy to me were very irresponsible. And so I had this huge DMT experience. I was up in the clouds, it was amazing. And at the end of the session, I told the people who were doing it, I'm still flying high. And they're like, great, enjoy it. Now go and drive home. You're high on the internal chemicals created, and you're told, enjoy and drive home. See, dangerous situations can arise. Now, of course, I was sensible enough not to get in my car and drive, and I had the ability to bring myself down. That's not the point. So these things can be dangerous when done by people who are very irresponsible. And I met many people claim, nothing's ever happened to me, it's not dangerous. Yeah, well, those people that did that to me will probably say exactly the same thing. You've got to be very careful, so go slow. I'm responsible of our actions before, during, and after. I was responsible for my actions in that case. I took control. So I had the powers to stop anything dangerous from happening. If you want more information about this, today I haven't given you much information really, just a bit of definitions and things. But remember, I give you little nuggets of information in every video, so go back and watch every energy transmission video. Not only will you get lots of energy transmission, you'll also start to learn bit by bit more about this. For today, you connected, released, grown, the vibration has been raised. Today, Namaste.